Deprogramming and Reprogramming You. The mind is what we will deal with here. You have a mind. You are not your mind, but you have one. You have a body. You are not your body, but you have one. More importantly, you control your mind, and through your mind, you control your body. You get to choose what thoughts you place in your mind. So once you understand that, then you have control over how you think and how you interact in this world. This sounds very simple when it is stated like that. However, there are a few challenges that you need to overcome. You are not fully in charge of your thinking. Let me explain. You've been indoctrinated through the following: upbringing, schooling, and media. These three topics, upbringing, schooling, and media, have influenced your way of seeing things and therefore of how you react and think. Whether they were right or wrong, they have influenced you when you were very young to your current awareness. It is very possible that you are already aware of this programming, and hopefully you have already started to take steps to correct these misguided directions. We have the ability to change our own environment by controlling our actions through our thoughts. You change you, that is the bottom line, but you have got to know how to manage yourself correctly without letting the indoctrination stop you or interfere with you. Let us explain that in a diagram. If you take this basic picture of the mind and the body, the mind can be broken down into two parts: the educated mind and the emotional mind. These two minds influence the body. These two minds influence the body, and then the body can react. The educated mind is the mind that we can control. But we need to understand where this education is coming from. There is influence from social media, other people, television, podcasts, Netflix, just to name a few. You get to think or filter what you will accept as being the truth and worth your while in using. You see, you are the filter, and you need to filter out most of this education. When we do not filter what is coming into the educated mind, then we are allowing an external programming to literally get inside our head and send it through to our subconscious mind. When you allow anything into your mind unfiltered, this sets up a paradigm. A paradigm is really a pattern. So it's your paradigm, your pattern, your brainwashing. Brainwashing. We have to be blunt, and you need to recognize the truth. For good or other reasons, you make your decisions based on your paradigm that you have allowed into your conscious mind. The good news is that you can change this paradigm. You can deprogram and then reprogram you. The conscious mind is analytical. It can reason and make choices. It is you that makes the choice. See the points 1 to 5. It is a thinking mind, it's the educated mind, It's intellect. It chooses to accept or reject, and it can originate. The subconscious mind is reactive. It cannot reject. It must accept. The reaction depends on the programming, how you have been influenced while growing up, or how you have allowed the media to control your thinking. If you don't think that the media has influenced you, then just remember what a cool glass of Coca-Cola with fizzing bubbles looks like. See how that makes you feel. In my experience, I associated Coca-Cola as a refreshing, nice drink. I have, however, reprogrammed myself to now know that it is a glass of carbonated sugar water. And I also know that drinking this stuff daily will not give me life. It will give me a sugar rush, which I honestly do not need. What you need to understand is that you get to choose what can influence you. These choices need to be based on good, honest data and not adverts. It is not that easy because we have been indoctrinated over and over again over many years. This indoctrination has programmed us to think of various things automatically. It has caused our thinking to be reactive rather than analytical. Let us take the example of the Coca-Cola drink that we just spoke about. Do you think that Coca-Cola is worse than orange juice? I'm talking about processed orange juice. The reality is that processed orange juice falls into the same category as Coca-Cola because it is also full of sugar. Once again, we've been lied to by the media and the advertising companies. End of part 1. Part 2 coming up.